Good afternoon, everyone. So very happy to share the cause with you, the climate and its relationship to sustainability. Do you think, students, it's a right and justified thing that we switch on the AC and then sleep under a warm blanket, where we call it as AC quilt? We are utilizing a lot of electricity and energy, and we are compromising with the heat. So let's all face this heat and drive the change. Why I say that we should feel this heat and drive the change is, reason being that the climate crisis is real. Do you think that climate crisis is real? And what you understand by that is, I will try to explain it in two perspectives. First, I am a healthcare professional, so I would like to tell about the healthcare aspect of that. And second, I am a professor, I am an educationist, so I will like to tell about the educational relationship to that also. But believe me, friends, there are many conferences that keep on going globally about the climate change. True? There are a lot of NGOs that are working on the perspective of climate change and sustainability. But tell me, is climate change stopping? Or it is slowing down? The serious part is, it is neither stopping and nor slowing down, it is accelerating. So that's why I say the problem of climate change is real and we should take a time to act on this. So first, personally talking about the healthcare, I am from a traditional Indian system of medicine which is known as Ayurveda. And the definition of Ayurveda is science of life. It nowhere says pathy, right? It is a science of life, because Ayurveda is made up of two words, Ayu and Veda. Ayu means
life,
age, life, right? And Veda means
medicine,
science or knowledge. So our traditional ancient solutions can be there for modern problems. Let us understand how. The Ayurveda says the health is harmony of body, mind, spirit and environment. So 3000 years back, when Ayurveda came into practice and existence, at that time only it was explained, not only body, mind and spirit, it is environment also which require for our best health. Body we understand, physical being. Mind we understand, our emotions and thought. Spirit we understand, our purpose of life or inner self. But do we understand the environment in a same spirit also? So Ayurveda completely explains the environment based on seasonal changes. It is written in Vedas as Ritu Charya. How many seasons we face in a year? Primarily 3, otherwise 6. So if I talk about 3 seasons only, that is winter, summer and rainy season. Think of a situation, what happens in a summer season to us? Does our appetite improve or decrease? Does our digestion improve or decrease? Does our requirement for the water increase or decrease? So all these 3 things are affected by a summer season. So we need to change our routines for that season or not? The answer is yes. We cannot take heavy foods in the summer because our digestion power and appetite is decreased in summer. We have to take lot of fluids in summer season because we are lesser hydrated in that season. So all these environment related changes are completely explained in that book named as Ayurveda as a Ritu Charya. Now talking about the climate, 6 seasons, continuing that only. Again, rainy season increases your air element and generally it leads to anxiety. So the people who have a natural tendency of having a Vata dosha in them tend to have more anxiety attacks in rainy seasons. So this is how environment is going to affect us. Third important thing is the diet. We always say that we should eat from a local consumer or a local market and according to the environment. According to the environment means that in summer season, mother says, thoda pinni kha lo, thoda dry fruit kha lo, right? Why they says in a winter season only? Reason is that yes, diet has a direct influence from the environment as well as from the local market also. So when we eat a watermelon, 12 months year, that means either in parties or in a special occasions, that is not a good part to do. We are again harming our environment and making impact. Lifestyle is the dincharya in Ayurveda. We think that doing massage is a luxury. No. We think cleaning your ears, nostril, ears, mouth, tongue is an occasional thing. No. It has to be done on regular basis. But how it is to be done? What herbs can be used? What is the ideal time to do that? All is being completely explained in the text named as Dincharya in Ayurveda, which we will be able to understand with a one line. If you understand the harmony of body, mind and spirit is associated with environment, and we will be in a harmonious situation only if we keep balance of all four of them. Similarly, natural surroundings, we all want to go for outings to hill stations, to beaches. Why? Because we feel better over there, calm over there, relaxed over there. So this all leads to a need that we understand our environment better. But if I talk about a vital partnership, I am a healthcare professional, I am talking about sustainability. Is it mentioned in the books or it is my experience? So dear friends, it is combination of both of them that I am putting that into a slide, that we should work on an eco-friendly healthcare for sustainability, first in the form of a sustainable sourcing. When a farmer has to get transport their fruits, vegetables, crops to different places, they use transportation system. Transportation system uses fuel that emits carbon. Then we generally rely on two type of crops, especially in Punjab, that is wheat and paddy. Why can't we have a biodiversity? Why we cannot grow medicinal plants, herbs? This biodiversity is again going to help the environment, soil conditions also. Then we all are getting now chemical prone. Either it is your daily life care, that is soap, shampoos that are you using, even from the cloth brands that you are using, they are all full of chemicals. Not even this, even if you get little sick also, you have to use a pharmaceutical help, which is again being a composite of chemicals. So we can always do this chemical free care. It is always said that prevention is better than care. So try to save your environment and body so that you don't need these chemicals. And then is the holistic wellness, the practices like yoga, meditation, use of herbal teas. It seems like to be a fashion. No, it's not like a fashion. If it is important to brush your teeth daily, similarly it is important to maintain balance of your body, mind, spirit and the environment also on daily basis. So this was the healthcare part, but I am an educationist professor, so I would also like to share that in our university only, in 2022 Times Higher Education Impact Ranking for Sustainable Development Goals, we got a 74th rank globally and second in India as well. And we got a first rank in India for climate action, life on land, zero hunger and sustainable cities and communities. Why I am telling you? Because it is contribution of you students to the university and the nation which has brought us to this level, and how the university students are contributing the same, or how I feel happy that we are contributing the society. The first thing is lot of awareness campaign generally keep going in our university. Digital climate global clock assembly and display is one of the activity in that. Have you seen the climate clocks raised on certain buildings? When right. So it is showing a back timeline of 6 years. But why it is being displayed? To make you aware that presently we are going through a problem of global warming. Right? That global warming is reversible. It can be brought down. But in 6 years, if we don't mend our habits, then this problem is going to be irreversible if further 1.5 degrees centigrade temperature of the earth is going to rise. So the changes will be irreversible. We are going to face all the consequences of global warming. So this type of awareness is really commendable. And then initiatives like My Pet Plant, where the students are growing a plant and taking care till they pass out, and further in succession they hand it over to the juniors coming in. But dear friends, I always say in a lighter tone कि tree plantation के नाम पे इंडियन इंस्टीट्यूशन या इंडियन ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस में जितनी ट्री प्लांटेशन का ऑफिशियल डेटा है, अगर उन सबको मैं कम्युलेट करूं तो पूरी अर्थ से ज्यादा प्लांट्स ही होंगे. तो दैट मीन्स वेयर दे आर गोइंग इफ नंबर इज सो हाई. सो दे आर बीइंग नॉट kept or taken care after being planted. So it is important through initiatives like My Pet Plant to take care of them for a lifelong period, and it should be mindful also. So I am happy that students are taking care of this initiatives in the name of My Pet Plant. Similarly, there are certain other sustainable practices. Energy efficient lighting is there. You have seen LED lights in the campus, solar lights in the campus. Reducing plastic usage campaigns keep on happening in the campus on routine basis. Water saving, harvesting and recycling fixtures are there in the campus. If you have seen, the sewage treatment plant is also over there in the campus. So these type of initiatives are definitely going to support the climate. Then promoting renewable energy sources. There are solar panels on the rooftops of auditorium, sports stadium and innovation studio also. So the initiatives were started by the group of students only named as Risk Community. So I appreciate the efforts going on into the campus for promoting renewable energies. Then there are a lot of tie-up with organizations working on sustainability. I remember the group of students working on a Kanjli wetland. It is in Kapurthala in Punjab. So they have developed a floating island to solve the problem of water pollution over there. So very commendable work done by the students. And then there are a lot of leadership development through student-led organizations and LPU NSS who are working in the direction of climate change. So and as an educationist, I am always happy and proud to say the student initiatives which are being mentored are going into right direction. ऐसे सुना है ना कि ऐसे कुछ चीज को अच्छा सुनाने के लिए लार्जर देन लाइफ दिखाना पड़ता है. सो आई एम हैप्पी टू शेयर व्हेन वी सेट अ गिनीज वर्ल्ड रिकॉर्ड. ऑल्सो our university has 6 Guinness World of Record and 1 out of them is for me also. But all this is the method for better outreach and engagement to you youngsters, so that you understand the impact, why very importantly things now need change. So I have certain actionable tips which everyone should practice, because a small effort can make a big difference. You press or iron your clothes. To try one day in a week, maybe Monday, that it will be a no iron day. Don't iron your clothes on that day. So is that going to make some difference? The answer is yes, because when you use electricity and iron, it emits lot of carbon, which further leads to the climate change. It's easy to be said than done. But yes, we have to bring that behavioral changes in us by knowing this thing, that if we don't act now, in 6 years, the global warming is going to be permanent and changes in the climate are going to be irreversible. The third is switch off the mobile for 2 hours a week. Is that a big ask? 2 hours a week, but at least a small contribution, right? So that we can make to the environment. Next, switch to renewable energy. Choose solar and choose LED lights. Then lot of rallies and yatras should be done to make people aware about the same thing that I was sharing with you, that let's save our Mother Earth. And the small step for you will take to giant leap. We always say that we should learn some modern solutions for ancient problems. But the thing is otherwise also, that we can use certain ancient techniques for modern problems. But I am a strong believer of third ideology, that is we should merge the traditional and modern wisdom so that we can have a better climate. So I will try to compile it for 2 things. One is healthcare and other is education, which I am speaking for today. Let us talk about Sanjeevani Booty. Have you heard about Sanjeevani Booty? That Lord Rama के brother Lord Lakshman पे use किया गया था, and it was brought by Hanuman ji, right? But tell me, is that Sanjeevani Booty existing now? Nobody knows the characters, properties, what were the usage of Sanjeevani at that time. But think of a situation where this traditional medicinal knowledge is joined with the modern biotechnology. So biotechnology, generally they study the chemical constituent, DNA analysis and all that related to that, and we might have done the conservation of many herbs like that. So this can be the one change that can be achieved with the wisdom of combining the both. Then green Ayurveda always teaches sustainable living practices. Abhi, one speaker talked about the examples of how buildings and houses can be more sustainable living spaces, but I talk about eco-friendly personal care products more. So you use more organic, natural, Ayurvedic personal care products. Either it is soap, shampoo, face cream, hair care, and then there are a lot of companies that are doing good work in that. We also think about environment conscious habits. So environment conscious habits do include about the waste segregation at source also, proper disposal also. Think about the same also. Then Ayurvedic urban gardening is again a good traditional and modern combination, because now cities are concising into smaller flats and balconies. So gardening can not be done. So urban gardening, like for example terrace farming, balcony hydroponics, these are certain modern practices where Ayurvedic herbs can be grown and that can be used in your lifestyle so that your health is being prevented. Then natural pest management, neem oil and garlic sprays are being used other than using the chemicals which are being used as an insect and a mosquito repellent. Integrated watershed management, that was a program, Narmada River Rejuvenation Project. Again, here the traditional and modern practices, traditional practices from Ayurveda were utilized to clean the Narmada River. So dear students, it's high time that we should visionize for our future, but you just think for only two major things. First is burning fossil fuel and energy consumption is definitely going to give a climate change, right? It is petrol, diesel and electricity, we all use them. And second thing is overconsumption of resources. Either it is food or it is clothing, cement, even it is your mobile phone also. I don't know, nowadays why a generation has a temptation to purchase a better version of a phone even when the existing phone is okay for you. Bulb that is being used in our home, after how many months or weeks of use generally it goes off? Maybe 2 years, maybe 1 year, maybe 3 years. But originally when it was invented, that filament or tungsten can last for 100 years also. So companies purposely don't make that type of filaments which last longer, because you have to purchase it again and again. So don't get trapped of these type of overconsumption of resources that I need the latest model of the phone, right? Or as a product name le nahi sakte. And all these things have been leading to lot of weather events. Heat waves we are listening to, cyclones, floods, drought, even forest fires. You might have been listening to the latest news that one or the other day all these things are going on. But believe me, all these are consequences of climate change and we are responsible for the same by burning fossil fuels and energy in excess and overconsumption of resources. If we do not act now, we are going to change our lives or we are going to impact the future of our children and generation also. Either it is health or it is security or it is livelihood. Everything and anything is going to affect if we are not going to act sensibly. So healthcare and education, again, my two prime things close to me by the virtue of profession and designation I am having. I always say that healthcare start working in the direction where prevention is better than cure. So that means the climate related health crisis to be actively prevented by all of you by learning the practices how we can do that. And second thing is education is the key to cultivate climate awareness. What I have shared with you, if you further share with 5 people physically and digitally, it is going to get a good human awareness among ourselves so that we can have a better society. Let's create a sustainable future, and only one action at a time can make a difference. So be the change you want to see. Stop yourself from an overstimulated brain. Introspect the conditions that is going on prevailing in terms of your body, mind, spirit and environment, and act sensibly. So let's save our earth and be more responsible towards our climate so that climate change is not going to affect, or at least we contribute to stop this excessively, speedily going on climate change. Thank you and God bless you all.